Hello friends, this is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and as you are well aware by now, OT, or as I like to call him, OG Chewbacca is coming to the game. And honestly, I gotta say, it's about time. I know a lot of people are really frustrated with the duplicate fatigue. They're like, oh, why do we need another Chewie? We need another Chewie because we don't have the original Rebel Chewie. This new Chewie, the mighty Chewbacca, will finally come to the game. I'm really excited for it. I'm hoping that we're going to see a lot of synergy to Raid Han. I think that there's going to be a lot of really cool back and forth between him and Raid Han. I'm hoping, at least. I don't think this is going to come necessarily with a rework of Raid Han at all. I think that what they'll do, if they do anything with synergy, is they'll probably put it on Chewie and not necessarily Raid Han. Now, I want to give a few tips about things that you need to remember if you are a new player, if you're a newer player, if you've never been through a legendary event before. Legendary characters are unlockable at 5-star. In the past, 5-star legendary characters have all been meta characters. So keep that in mind, guys. Don't just say, oh, well, I can't get him now, and so therefore I'm not going to try to unlock him. Try to unlock him. Just don't panic farm. You don't need to. He'll come back around again. You will be using bounty hunters. Now, in the picture, we have IG-88, we have Bosk, we have Dengar, and we have Boba Fett. Possibly these are the characters that we're going to be needing to use to unlock Rebel Chewie. We will need five full bounty hunters. It has been confirmed that you do not need the newest bounty hunters. However, in the coming weeks, all bounty hunters will be farmable. That's right, Imbo and Aura Singh and Eve Bosk is farmable currently, but it sounds like he'll be more farmable. So save your crystals, save your energy. Keep in mind, guys, these events also last 7 days, so you don't have to get Rebel Chewie or OT Chewie, the mighty Chewbacca, on day 1. You can get him within the last hour, the last few minutes of day 7. That is unless they change the format. I do have, there's proof that we see that these are 7-day events. So it's likely with the decrease in cost for crystal refreshes, as long as they keep that, and as long as they keep this, bounty hunter shard availability going through the event, which is possible. It's very, very much possible. They haven't said how long they're going to do it. They are going to start this weekend. Now, we don't necessarily know when the event is going to launch, but it does sound like it might launch sometime next week. That being said, you probably have maybe a week from now, from the launch of this video, to get started, even from the launch of the post to get started. And I think that's a really good thing, guys. There's a chance that a lot of people can unlock Rebel Chewie. Now, obviously, if you've been farming bounty hunters, which has been a suggestion of a lot of people for a while, then you should be able to at least unlock him at 5 stars. You should be able to use him at 5 stars. Now, they did say that this is going to be a hard event, harder than what I assume is some of the other events have been in the past. With that, guys, what I'm thinking is that we are going to finally see a need for these other bounty hunters. I'm worried about that. I don't necessarily think that's true. My advice to you is between now and when this event launches, become familiar with your bounty hunters. How do they work together? What are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? That said, let's talk about the elephant in the room. What does this mean? What does Rebel Chewie, or the mighty Chewbacca, the OG Chewie, coming to the game, mean for the game? Now, what this means, what Rebel Chewie means for the game, is really anyone's guess, but I'm going to start making some guesses, guys, because there's a few things that I think Rebel Chewie means. The first and foremost, we have this picture, and now in this picture we see obviously Rolo, we see Bespin Han, which is Raid Han, and people are like, oh no, Raid Han and Bespin Han are different. I think they're the same. The one's wearing a vest, one's wearing a jacket. I mean, you could argue and you'd probably be right, and you are right, but I view them as one and the same, and I probably shouldn't. But we have a Han. We have multiple Hans. We don't need any more Hans, right? We don't need a distinction of a sleeveless vest Han versus a jacketed Han. That would be ridiculous. We are now getting the mighty Chewbacca. The only person left in this picture that we don't have is C-3PO. I do think it's very possible, just based off of this picture, I think it's very possible we could be getting C-3PO. I think it would be neat. We could also be getting another territory battle. I would love to see another territory battle. In the coming days, I'm actually going to talk about territory battles that I want to see added to this game. Now, the anniversary of this game is November 24th of this year, so it's very possible that we're going to see some kind of event, some kind of major event in and around that date. They typically do like really cool things like double drops and other crap for their anniversary. But it's very, very likely that we're going to see some kind of major event. And I think what they're going to do with their re-emphasis on ships, with their focus on rebels from this image, now that we have everyone, they're not going to give us a black-clad Luke. They're going to give us a Rebel 5 Luke. Red 5 Luke. I think that would be awesome. I think we're going to have a hero's journey using Red 5 Luke. I think we'll have to have... I think what we'll do is we'll probably unlock him and go through different phases, right? We'll probably have to have Hermit Yoda. We'll probably have to have different things. I don't know. I just think that's where they're going to be going with this because it makes more sense to me than black-clad Luke. Now, the ultimate fight in whatever hero's journey that would end in would be, Luke missing an arm. And maybe we'll have to have CLS. And if that's the case, they'll probably do a CLS, hero's journey launch in the next couple of weeks, months. I don't know. But I do think whatever hero's journey for this quarter will be coming around November the 4th, sometime in November, right? For those of you in the US, Thanksgiving, right? Around Thanksgiving. And I think that would be pretty freaking cool. I do think that it's likely that we'll get C-3PO before then. I think that he'll come in a legendary event. And I know that people will argue, oh, we don't need a legendary C-3PO. But let's face it, guys. 3PO's been in every freaking movie with the exception of Solo, right? And I think that it's about time we get him. A 3PO would actually be a great support character. He would be very much like a Hermit Yoda, who is nothing but support. And I think he should have affinity with the Ewoks, with the Rebels, with the First Order. We'd see 3PO very much as the R2-D2, but without an attack. I think up until now, there's not been really a precedent set, but now that we have Hermit Yoda added to the game, it is very possible and likely that we will get 3PO eventually. And I think soon. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this new Chewie, mostly because I'm stoked to see them stop giving us so many of these OG characters. As a collector, I'm like, yes, keep giving it to us. Keep giving us these new characters. I love them. But as a player, I just think, hey, this is kind of frustrating to have to farm the same characters, especially if there's not some, a real purpose behind it. Now, I'm hoping that this Rebel Chewie makes Raid Han and the Rebels that much better. It does sound like he's going to be an attacker based on the description that we got here. It says the lovable shaggy giant is found in practically every major recent galactic conflict. He is a military strategist, skilled Dajaric player, and an expert smuggler known for his short temper, but also his fierce loyalty to his friends. None other than the co-pilot of the Millennium Falcon, Chewbacca, as seen in the original trilogy, will be joining the Holotable. What do you guys think about this? Do you think a C-3PO is coming? Do you think a Rebel pilot Luke is coming? Do you think black-clad Luke is coming? Who do you think is coming between now and then? They've hinted that whatever's going to happen, the payoff for these marquee characters is going to be huge. I am really excited. I mean, we still could see characters like Jabba. We still could see characters like really anything from the original trilogy. I think the emphasis this closeout of this year, this fall of 2018, is going to be on the original trilogy and quite possibly a little bit of the prequels, depending on what they do with this whole Jango Fett thing. I think that we could still see a Galactic Republic rework. I still think we could see a Separatist rework. Who knows? Now, in this video, I am using BlueStacks. If you guys want to check it out, it helps me, it helps the channel. It allows you to play PC games and, iOS games on your computer, which means you're not always looking at your phone at work. You can actually look at your computer and pretend like you're doing work. Now, I don't know if that's legitimate advice. Don't try it. Don't risk your job. It's not worth it. But if you want to add this to your computer, it does help the channel out. It does help, me out. So leave a comment in the section below. Check out the link for this BlueStacks in the section below. Let me know what you guys think, because I am always curious about how you guys are reacting to this new content. I'm seeing a lot of mixed feelings. I personally am very excited for this. And I love Chewbacca. I think he's great. I think it's about time we finally get the Rebel Chewie that we deserve. Leave a comment in the section below. Like, subscribe, share. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and as always, my friends, stay nerdy.